Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. Are you a badass bitch that don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch? I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
Hey yo, P, do that freaky jam on the beat. Shitty with that butter shit, that bone beat. Did you dip it, did you double dip that song thing? Flicky with some butter shit, that bone thing. If you cheeky, the check, I get her own cheese. It's a chicken with that.
Hi, hoochies and hooligans.
I am your host, Shay.
And I am your host, Ash.
And she is your host, Ash.
And she's your host, Shay. And
thanks
for tuning in to this week's episode of Hoochies FM. Woo-hoo. Entering the crowd.
Yes, we're going to have that every episode.
Every episode, the crowd goes wild.
Because that's y'all.
You know, honestly, the crowd has been going wild. We've gotten, hella good feedback.
We have, and we are so grateful and appreciative of it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was not expecting all of the hoochies and hooligans to show out like they've been doing, but go off.
Purr.
I'd love to see it.
Literally tens across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I am honestly really grateful that we both have a community that has supported us throughout whatever we've been doing, but also is now supporting us together,
Yes.
making a community of hoochies and hooligans. That's just so dope. And I would have never imagined that for a first episode we would get as much love as we have. So I'm really appreciative. Thank you guys. That you guys are all super awesome, and I will include every single last one of you guys in my will.
Right, our kidneys.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody gets a piece of our kidneys.
Don't be fighting at the
Yeah, okay, girls, please don't be fighting in the chat, alright? But, honestly, how you doing, Hooch? Are you okay?
Yes, we just had our Galantines little get-together yesterday, and some of the hoochies brought their own cocktails, and it was just a fun night, but, drinking a lot of different things kind of was not sitting right in our tummies this morning, but it was definitely worth it.
We had big tummy aches over here, I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, all the cocktails came out great. If we can insert a picture, because no shade, no tea, but I feel like my cocktail was definitely the cutest dressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was a little strong, but I think she was the cutest out there, the cutest looking.
Yeah, I think mine was.
Yours was
I think
super
all
cute.
of ours.
I think we all sing.
No, yeah, but yours was really cute.
Yeah, I thought yours tasted so fire.
Thank you, I
So
appreciate
fire.
it. It was definitely sweet. We'll insert pictures. I hope someone took a picture of mine because I forgot, but we'll see.
I did not take a picture of yours, and I should have.
Yeah,
I
I
think
didn't
I was
start taking pictures. Yeah, because we were just so in the moment.
But that caramel was delicious.
Mhm.
She made a caramel apple cocktail. Y'all, it was so good. All the cocktails were delicious.
Yeah.
Honestly, 10 out of 10 for the hoochies last night. We did good.
Yeah, I agree.
And we also did other stuff too. We ate food. And
We ate.
yeah, we ate. We all had girl dinner, which was really cute. Girl dinner. And we also decorated cupcakes and sang love songs. It was just so cute.
It was a good time.
You
And
did
everyone
that.
was just so loud and fun.
We really were. I felt so bad for your name.
I know I did, but it was Friday.
It was Friday.
It's Friday night. See, I was
Okay.
still in the mode.
Take us out with the vocals. That was good. Yeah. But clap it up for Shay, y'all. Round of applause for Shay because you really hosted that.
I love being the host.
You hosted that shit, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I came up in here, I was like, oh, this bitch is a host.
I try. If you're ever blessed to come to one of my parties, I try to make sure everyone feels special.
Clock it. Oh, that'd be so dope if we ever had a hoochie party.
We will.
Yeah, hoochie and hooligans.
We'll have a hoochie mixer.
That is so cute.
That would be fun,
Hoochie
right?
mixer, or a hoochie hangout, or some shit like that. That would be
exactly. I have basically a whole parking lot on the side of my house
She does.
that can be used for hoochie mixers. So.
Yeah. You also live in a good part of Tampa. Well, not necessarily the best neighborhood, but you live in a good part of Tampa in the sense of people come down here and hang out in this portion.
I live in Ybor, so we can be as loud as we want.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna disclose your location.
It's okay.
I would don't come trying to dox
They
me,
don't know.
bitch.
We don't know where.
They better not. Okay, we don't play over here, alright? Shay, stay strapped.
Knocking on doors.
Okay.
Looking for a bad bitch.
She got the toolie. They're like banging on doors. They're like, we're looking for a baddie. Where's she at? No, but honestly, hopefully you guys all had a great Galantines or Valentine's, you know, if you hung out with your boo.
A good Black History Month.
Okay? A great Black History Month, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. Black History Month all year. Truthfully.
Thank you.
But
The Whitney Houston that we reposted.
yeah, for real, when she's like smiling and she's like, we need a longer month.
Actually, we need a year.
Okay, they might have been high off their ass, but they was spitting some real shit.
I love their videos, even though I know that wasn't.
That wasn't the greatest representation
Yeah.
of Bobby and Whitney. But I feel like their love, that was a great representation of crackhead love, though. Because I've seen crackheads love on each other like that. Like,
For
straight
sure.
up. Yeah. That shit was classic. Those sunglasses were cute, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But without further ado, I think we should talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, so today's episode is going to be all about friendships and girl code.
My heart just dropped my ass.
Yeah, we did touch on that a little bit in the previous episode, but I think it's a good topic to kind of dive into today.
Absolutely. I feel like it applies to probably majority of our listeners. I know that we also have some hooligans out there, and I know that some hooligans like to be messy and want the tea, so I feel like, you know, get your teacups ready. Right. Get your look at the girl. Look. Isn't she such an artiste?
What's that? Hi.
It's like, hey y'all.
Something happened. As you can see, we're not in the same attire. It's been days at this point.
It's been a week.
It's a lot of trial and error starting this podcast.
Lots of trial and error, which is good, right? Because we need it, and I think it's gonna make us better podcast hosts and folks and people, right? But fuck, it is so annoying.
Yeah, 100%.
It is so annoying. Well, long story short, in the middle of us trying to film our super awesome episode 2, the batteries died on our main camera. And when we went looking for batteries in the place that we record, there were NAND batteries to find. Not one fucking battery in sight. So where did Shay and I go?
We ran our asses to the store. Not just any store. CVS.
CVS.
Which that's like the last resort. That is a last resort store. If you know, you know. And, you know, Ashley ran in there and she has something very serious she would like to say.
Very serious that I want to talk about because I kept this item for one reason. Not in case we were going to return the batteries or anything at all, because we need the batteries, right? No, I kept this one thing because I think this is crazy. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear the rumbling that is coming? Okay, I'm going to put down the mic for a second because I want you all to see the length.
Okay.
The girth of this fucking CVS receipt. Hold on a second, hoochies. I can, okay, like, this is fucking insane. This is insane. This is insane. This is one receipt. This is one receipt, mind you, for one item. one item. This. Look at this. This is insane. This is for one item, mind you. I'm not bullshitting
One
you.
item.
This is for one 8-pack of Duracell AA batteries. This is the receipt. This is where the receipt ends for the actual fucking item, which if you think about
crazy.
it, is crazy, right?
That's not even half.
This is all the coupons that you can use at CVS, which don't get me wrong.
When do they expire?
Today.
What the?
Every
So they
single last one of
expected you to
them.
come back and do multiple purchases within a week?
Within a week, yes. And let me just tell you guys, the coupons ain't bad. That's the really shitty part. The coupons are not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
I have 25% off of my full price purchase. I have $1 off of digestive health products. Does not even specify which digestive health products, just digestive health.
Right.
I have $1 off of the Lindt chocolates, the
Ooh.
premium chocolates. Yep. I have $2 off of Aquaphor lip repair.
They said they want to give us options. They don't know what we're going to buy next.
They said just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I also have $1 off of Carefree ultra thin pads. And
Everyone's just fast forwarding through this part.
no, I pray you guys don't. I really hope not, because if I had to sit here and wait for this whole fucking receipt,
Oh my
to
gosh,
get
I can only
printed
imagine
out,
you're just sitting there and it's like,
I was just standing there amazed because I did self-checkout, mind you.
Oh.
Because if somebody would have checked me out and I would have watched them print out this whole thing, I would have been like, sir, that's enough. I don't need any of this.
stop right now.
Stop it. Cut that off. Actually, let me just get the fucking digital receipt, because what the hell? And then this is my favorite one. I have $5 off I have $5 off of any $20 purchase of allergy relief.
You know, that's long enough that you could just wrap it around your hand like toilet paper.
I literally wrapped it around my neck.
You could TP someone's house with that.
I could, technically. I could make a scarf out of this. So, CVS, this is a problem.
Count your days.
You will be dealt with, because this is a fucking issue. This is why the Earth's atmosphere,
Right.
this is why our ozone layer is at fucking negative 0%, because CVS wants to take the look at this.
Oh my god.
That is insane. This
Hold on. Pass me one side. Can we connect with this? See,
look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this. I want you guys to really, okay, this is a problem. You want to just leave it there? Because it's
No.
basically a fucking guest host. Like, yeah, this.
I want it out of my sight.
I'm going to frame this.
Get that out of my sight.
I'm going to frame this because I think this is insane.
It needs to be used for something, since they want it to be so wasteful.
This is wild.
They're about to make a whole other fucking Mosey T-Rex out of that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, absolutely. They should use this to patch up the Tropicana field over there in St. Pete, because this is wild. There's no way in hell you would expect that I would use, and I'm sure I can't use multiple coupons in one purchase.
I'm sure you can't.
Yeah.
So they want you to come back. How many coupons are on there? 5?
You want me to roll it out again?
They want you to come back every single day since you bought it to
every
use a new
single day to buy one additional item. Like, is CVS down that bad? There's no way. I refuse to believe
They're better
that.
off just giving the 10%
Yeah, just
off anything.
Just give me 30% off of the whole fucking purchase. No,
Yeah.
you gave me 25% off of this, and then for the lip care,
Then $1 off digestive health.
and none of it is like specified items. Like probably 2 of those items are specified.
Right.
Everything else is just digestive health. Unless that's the
They're
name
like,
of the company and I'm
they're
ignorant.
like, that doesn't count as digestive health.
Right. Like, I'm like, how do I know that? Yeah. And then $5 off of any $20 purchase
Okay.
of allergy relief. So if you guys need any Zyrtec, Allegra, anything like that,
Yeah.
go to CVS, because they're just giving away the shit for $15, apparently. So
But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand that you guys came here for, which is, friendships and girl code.
So what's girl code to you?
Girl code to me is basically respecting your friends' boundaries, I think is the overall idea of girl code, because like any like specific code of girl code kind of goes back to, you know, respecting your friend and not being a piece of shit. So that's what I think it is.
I agree with you. I feel like girl code is essentially the foundation to creating and developing female relationships, like between woman to woman, you know what I mean, or girl to girl. Like, I feel like girl code is like essentially like our guidelines, like our societal guidelines to like.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you're in a relationship, they always say relationship is built on trust. I feel like girl code really is like that trust in, you know, in fine print.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like there are just absolute truths in this world, and girl code is one of those absolute truths. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where I've been friends with another woman or another lady and I haven't thought about like girl code, what it means to have girl code, and also what it means if you break girl code.
Right.
Like, I feel like it's actually pretty deep, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like it's kind of, I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like maybe if you don't know how to navigate friendships, or maybe you just don't have a lot of experience, it's kind of like easy to look at girl code and be like, okay, well, follow this, follow that, seems simple enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely get that, because even though I think girl code is important, I think it's also very situational.
It's very gray.
It's a very gray rule book, and I feel like if you're not a girl, it's hard to like understand. You get what I mean? Like, I think we talked about this last week during that whole fiasco, but we were basically talking about the fact that like girl world, and I think that like Mean Girls,
It's so much more vicious.
it really is. Like,
It's
I feel
the
like
jungle.
I feel like Mean Girls does a really good job at putting it on camera, because it is so true. Like,
Yeah.
you really do have to navigate through relationships with other women in a particular way, and it varies per each lady that you have a friend with or that you're friends with,
and
you know?
it's kind of hard because, like we were saying in our last episode, like with women, sometimes it's hard to know who's really your friend, because there's women who maybe just want to be you, and there's women who envy you, or there's women who, you know, are trying to be in competition, and there's just a lot of that because, you know, the society we live in has kind of always pit women against each other.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it is tough.
It is. Like, I've seen a lot of like think pieces on like social media and stuff, like about like, if you, just to give you an example, like if you are, all right, it's your friend's birthday party,
Okay.
right? You don't know what outfit you're going to wear just
Got
yet.
it. I know where this is going.
You don't know the outfit you're going to wear just yet. But let's say you pick a nice outfit and you show up to the birthday party and you have now outdressed the birthday girl.
Okay. You know, communication is key.
Absolutely.
Definitely figure out what the dress code is.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you're friends with the birthday girl, you're going to ask her, what are you going to wear for your birthday?
I agree.
Period.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, I feel like, not to be like a or anything, but I feel like my friends, we're gonna all show out. So it's like we really can't outdo anyone because no one's in competition with anyone, and I know the birthday girl's gonna show out. Like, everyone's gonna show out in their own way. But at the same time, if you know there's a dress code and then you come like looking like 10 times more spectacular, that's a little sus.
It's sus.
That's really sus.
It's sus. And let me tell you, the internet had a field day with that girl. They were like, she's a witch, stone her. Like, they literally had a field day with that girl and was like, no, you're the bitch, because why would you outdress, even if you say like you didn't know that you outdressed the birthday girl, like if there's a dress code,
then
which I'm
change
sure the
when you
birthday
get there.
girl said, yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean, I don't know if they wear the same size or anything, but maybe there's something, you know.
I would have just kept, like, my thing is like, So you bitches didn't have a group chat where you're all
That's what
showing
I'm
each other
saying.
your
If
outfits?
you didn't communicate about the outfit, I would say go like a, at like a, I don't know how to explain it, kind of like a formal casual, where it's like, okay, cute top and jeans.
And jeans, yeah.
Cute top and jeans.
Cute top,
it's-
jeans, heels.
You dress it up or it's dressed down.
Yeah.
That's
Literally,
it.
like, play it safe. But, like, the fact that we know that and we're talking about it so, like, oh, yeah, duh, why didn't you think about that? Is the girl code, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm like, do dudes talk about this? Like, do they give a fuck if, like, their friend outdresses them? You know what I mean? Like, what is bro code? You get what I mean?
Yeah, maybe we need a bro.
I know. We should have got bro.
Well, maybe we'll have a
A
bro code
hooligan.
episode.
Yeah, maybe
Will we have
do.
a bro on?
Yeah. If there are any bros out there. I feel like we...
Any hooligans?
I feel like we know
A
good
couple
bro.
bros.
Yeah, I feel like we know,
We know
a couple bros. We can
bros.
hook a mic up.
Maybe we'll have like, two bros.
Make them share the mic.
Yeah.
Just because.
Like two separate, different kinds of bros to really get the essence of bro code.
That's fair.
While I was doing research for this episode, I actually was looking up guy code.
Were
I was
you really?
I was like, what is guy code?
What is it?
And I saw some stuff where it's like, you don't date your friend's sister or mom. And I was like, okay, that's like
That's
self-explanatory.
pretty understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shit
I feel
like
that's
that.
fair. I feel like that's
And I was
fair.
like, okay.
Yeah, I get
I
that.
was like, kind of like girl code, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. I guess. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Or like, I feel, for example, like, I feel like a really big, like, girl code, like, no-no,
Mm-hmm.
which I know this one's a little controversial, but I feel like a big one is, like, if I fall out with a bitch, you better not fuck with that bitch.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, I'm like, if I'm not friends with her, not saying that you have, well, okay, this is why I think it's controversial on my part.
It's a little bit.
Because I would never really want to tell my friends, like, hey, don't be friends with somebody, because I'm really not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be really honest. I do, in my head, I think, I do kind of expect that loyalty a little bit.
Well, because you shouldn't have to say anything.
Yeah, like, I feel like that should be understood. Like, it's
I feel like that's a woman thing. Like, with women, we read each other so well and we have such a deep understanding of each other that we shouldn't have to vocalize
yeah.
certain things. And that's why I feel like a lot of women and men bump heads in relationships where it's like, oh, well, I can't read your mind. And it's like, well, as a woman, it's like, yes, we can.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we are, like, mind readers.
Yeah, like, we just pay attention.
And it's like, obviously, if this bitch did me wrong,
why would you be friends with her? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But, like, at the same time, like I said, I'm really not somebody to be like, don't be friends with a bitch.
no,
But, like,
you shouldn't have to say anything.
I
I-
don't.
yeah.
I would never want to vocalize and be like, drop that bitch.
And I'm not saying, like, cut the bitch off, but, like, don't be, like, kiki ha-haing with her. You know what I mean?
I'd be like, why are you even following her? Like,
No, I'm saying, but, like, if she, like, happens to be, like, somewhere because y'all all have, like, a close friend group.
close friends, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
like,
don't fight her unless she really did me dirty. Then
Right.
jump that bitch. But,
Exactly.
But
Then it's on
like,
site.
Yeah, then it's on site. But like, if not, I totally get you. Like, yeah, I don't want to have to vocalize and be like, hey, don't be friends. But I am anticipating that my friends would be like, hey, I don't like how you treated my girl, and I can't fuck with you just off of that principle.
Exactly.
Because when a friend doesn't do that, that I am gonna look at you weird. Because now I'm like, oh, so you friends with this op?
I agree. And I feel like it kind of goes with, like, oh, hold on, I feel like I gotta sneeze.
You sneeze in the mic for ASMR.
I guess I jinxed it. Girls are like, if I say I don't like that girl, then you don't like that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Even if, like, you don't know anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it goes with that.
Yeah. But I feel like that's also still situational.
That is very situational because you don't know her.
Because exactly, right.
But at the same time, I feel like depending on, like, what friend it is, and they're, like, a friend that catches, like, vibes really heavily, then I'm like, okay, if you're not, like, vibing with them, I'm going to be a little bit cautious.
Yeah, for sure. Because I would say, one, I definitely agree with you, but also I would be, like, looking at my friend and, like, making sure, because, like, if this is a friend that I already classified as, like, you're kind of a rocky friend yourself. So if somebody falls out with you, I can see why, because, like, you're messy or you're this or you're that. Then it's like, you know what I mean? But then it leaves the question of, like, okay, well, why am I still friends with you?
Yeah.
You know? So it's as we get into it, it's definitely like hard. I would say
Yeah.
at times to like navigate women friendships, and I think that sometimes I can see why other women are like, man, fuck it, I just want to hang out with some dudes.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
can understand that sometimes too.
Yeah, I get it. But it's like, girl, you're gonna have to deal with this anyway. Like,
Yeah. It's a whole different ball game. Like
yeah.
either way,
Like, either way, I'm like, girl, like,
you're still going to have to navigate the friendship.
yeah, you're still gonna have to learn girl code, like, like
Or guy code.
or guy code, whatever. Like, you're still gonna learn a friendship code, you know. And I feel like girl and guy friendships
Bros
have a whole
before
different
hoes.
code.
That was on
Not
there.
guys. You said bros before hoes.
Yeah, that was on there for guy code. It said in fine print. It said not including your mom and wife.
Smart.
Bros before hoes.
Bros before hoes.
And I was like, okay, clock it.
Hey, all I know is chicks before dicks.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I got.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Well, we do have some viewer questions that we got off of the Hoochies FM Instagram. So if you guys aren't following, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We have lots of like different polls, and sometimes we open it up for you guys to ask us questions. So definitely check it out.
Yes, we did get quite a couple of questions.
Right.
So thank you all for your submission.
Thank you, Hoochies.
Thank you, Hoochies.
And hooligans.
And hooligans. We peep it, so thank you. Thank you. You know who you are.
First question. The guy you've been seeing tells you he doesn't think your BFF is a good influence.
Oh.
What
This
are
is
you What are you doing?
What the fuck are y'all on? Well, okay, so before we even get into it, I've not seen these questions. I am not privy to any of these questions. I have not had time to prepare. So I'm like getting this like firsthand right now.
Okay.
That's our first question.
Yeah, that was our first question. This is a great question.
This is a great
Thank you,
question.
Gucci.
How long have I been dating this guy?
That's a great question. Let's say 8 months.
Because I've had this happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm cold. I've had this happen.
I feel like
to me.
let's give him 8 months. Like he's gotten a chance to like really know your friends at least a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not like you're not locked in with him
Mm-hmm.
like that long.
Like that long.
Yeah.
We'd have to have a real discussion about it, because I will say that did happen to me in one of my relationships where, you know, I was really comfortable with this person, and this girl was like my BFF. Like, I really loved her for like ever and always. Like, I really considered her a sister. That's just how tied in we were. Like, I do think that me and her were like meant to meet each other at some point in time in our lives. Like, I think we were like friends, soulmates kind of a thing, like twin flames maybe.
Yeah.
And she helped me through that relationship, because that relationship was also toxic with that guy. But that guy did like make it like a really big thing, and was like, hey, like, I don't think she's a good friend to you. Like, he was like, I can, like, she's jealous. Like, she's jealous of what you have. Like, he was like, I know you don't see it, but I'm telling you, no. He was like, I'm telling you, it's not, no. Right? And of course, me, because this guy's toxic, I'm like,
Fuck you.
nigga, fuck you. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't know my bitch. Like, I know my bitch. Like,
Right.
I'm not dropping her, blah, blah, blah. End up dropping him for good reasons. And then me and her continued our friendship, continued to get tight, like, was really, really great. Continued that friendship for a few years after that. And then an incident happened, and we fell out bad. Fell out real bad. And now it's fuck that bitch too.
Yeah.
But it's just so crazy, because I felt like there were a lot of people around me. Like, after he had kind of mentioned it, and I had talked to my friends about it and stuff like that, I slowly started to see that people were like, hey, yeah, I can see this not lasting, because that girl wasn't a good friend to you, not that you weren't a good friend to her.
Would you say that he kind of clocked it, like with the jealousy?
I do think he clocked it. Yeah, I do think so. Yes.
I think
on
it's
the jealousy
really-
part, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think he clocked it that she was a bad friend in general. Like, I think it's really hard for me to see miserable people, especially when I'm so close
Yeah.
to somebody. And don't get me wrong, that bitch was a hater, okay? That bitch she was a pro hater.
Let me sizing up the
She-
camera like the turn.
That bitch is a hater. Like, to this day, I'm sure she has to still be a hater to some degree. But it was just so crazy because he really did clock it. Like, I really felt like, damn, we're close as fuck. This one incident happens, and now we're out bad. I don't ever want to see you again. I don't ever want to cross paths with you again.
That's
Because if
crazy.
I do, it's on site. So it's like, that's insane to me. You know what I mean? And like, that relationship was really bad. And she really helped me through a good portion of that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, it'd be the ones closest to you, honestly, which is so unfortunate. I think it is very ballsy for a partner to say something about your friend, like something negative about your friend. And, you know, as the question says, saying your friend is a bad influence on you is very heavy. But I definitely think that something like that should be taken very seriously because, I mean, I don't know about you, hoochies, but if you're dating someone, I mean, you should value their opinion.
Agreed.
I mean, hopefully, if it's not like just if you're not just in some relationship just to be in it, then you should definitely value their opinion and definitely sit them down and be like, okay, what about them?
Yeah.
And then definitely take notes. I mean, this is what I would do. I would sit them down, ask them what about that friend it is, and then while I'm with that friend, I would be kind of like taking a mental note, like, okay, is she really being like this? Because there's definitely a lot of stories that I hear where the partner definitely clocks it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like sometimes you just need that outside perspective. But I would say, like, don't just act on somebody else's perception.
Absolutely.
For sure. Definitely take your own discernment.
Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes your partner's your biggest hater too. And at the time, that partner was a hater of mine. Like,
yeah, so then you're not going to fucking believe anything he says.
Yeah, I'm not going to believe him. And also, he made it, like, he, like, made a mention to, like, also, like, being attracted to that friend as well.
What the fuck?
Yes. And so to say that about her not being a good friend and then go back a few weeks later and say something about being attracted to this friend, like, that's why I was like, yeah, that's why he was so quick to get the fuck up out of here. But it really gagged me because I'm like, damn, that nigga really clocked it. Like,
yeah.
Insane. So definitely use your own discernment. Don't just cut off your friends because some dude told you to.
Because definitely don't let anyone try to isolate you.
Fuck no. Also, I feel like that's breaking girl code, high key.
Look at the facts. Pay attention to the signs. Fuck.
Up your eyes and pay attention to the signs. Fuck.
Ooh. I don't know. Has this happened? I don't know if we could talk about this, but somebody asked this question. They said, how do you deal with friends that have cheated on their partner? I don't think I know of that happening. I think in one instance, I think I knew of someone who was together, a couple that was together, and one of them might have been like flirting a little bit with someone else over text, but like it never went that far. But I don't think I've dealt with something like that.
That has happened to me. And I don't know if I should share this story now or when we talk about, you know, if there's ever been a time where we've broken girl code.
Okay.
Because I can definitely use that to segue into that, but I know that we have other questions.
have other questions. So
let's pin.
Yeah, we'll pin that.
We're going to put a pin in that one.
Ooh, what happens when the girls don't approve of their friend's partner?
You got to get that nigga out of there. I really...
It's not going to work.
Give him...
Period. Diva down. Boots the house. Sashay away.
Sashay away, please. Please. I keep it real. I try to keep it real funky with my friends. I'll be like, hey.
Real fresh.
Real fresh. I'm like, hey, if you care for my opinion, I think that dude is evil. And you need to get away from him. If at that point in time...
That's a demon.
That is a demon.
Arrest him.
And if that point in time, if they're like, nah, girl, I think I'm still gonna fuck with him. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been somebody who's been like, okay, baby, if you like it, I love it.
Right.
Like, you know, like if that's what you want to deal with, by all means, I'm just here to listen. I am yet I am just a bystander. Okay? If you want to deal with this, then you're going to deal with it. But I like to tell my friends all the time, like, hey, just know this is what you're dealing with.
Right.
And when you complain about it, remember, babes.
Remember your good old friend.
You signed up for this.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you ready to die by that dick, right? That's what you ready to go to war for, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah.
Remember what you're going to war for. Remember what you signed up for. Cause baby, that nigga is sick, and you being around him is making you ill. It's making you ill, girl. You look terrible. He's draining you, and you're still around him.
The boyfriend effect.
Cause I've had times where I've physically tried to help my friend get away from a dude that was like terrible and toxic. And to no fault of her own per se, she just kept going back. And that's okay, too. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. And I understand that sometimes those toxic and dramatic relationships can have those psychological effects.
Yeah, and
where
feel like, you know,
somebody feels
exhilarating.
like, yes, sometimes it's exhilarating, or sometimes somebody feels like they can't
Yeah.
leave. And so I won't ever hold that against them, right?
Yeah.
But what I will say is that you need to take some accountability, bitch. And you the one, you ready to go to war for it, ain't you? This is what you're going to war for. That nigga's, he in your house, he not paying not one bill. He not paying not one bill. He not contributing to the groceries. He over there clogging up your toilet.
Ooh, not the toilet.
Okay, clogging up your, he didn't even bring his own deodorant. And he driving your car around, putting no gas in it.
Oh, I dated a guy.
Okay?
No.
That's what you willing to die for, right?
His car was in the shop our whole relationship.
No. No.
In the shop
No.
the whole time.
There's no way. How much work does the mechanic have to do?
Right.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm seeing this as an innocent bystander, I'm going to tell my homegirl, like, bitch, is you cool? Like, is you cool? Because this man is not a good person.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I'm not going to say something right off the bat. I'm going to try to give someone, you know, at least 2 or 3 times of me meeting them. And then I'm going to be like, hey, I'm really straight up. Like, you know, I'm really straight up when I'm like, I don't like that person. Like, even if that person is close to you, I'm going to be like, hey, like, I'm not fucking with this. But yeah, like you said, I'm not gonna tell her what to do.
Yeah.
Like your friend is a human figuring out their own life themselves. Right. So I'm like, okay, you take my opinion, do what you want with it. You still want to be with him. Seems like you're just gonna have to go through some stuff, you know, and you're gonna have to decide if that's what you want to go through.
It's just a canon event.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you have to, like, if my good sis wants to go through that, my role is to not stop her from going through that. My role is to help support her through that.
Yeah.
And, like, if that's, like, if that's my good sis, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to be here for you, sister.
Yeah, we're going to let you know when it don't look right. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's your life and your choice.
Yeah, I'm still going to help my dog out. Just don't bring that nigga nowhere around me. Yeah. Like, just don't bring him anywhere around me, because I will get my brothers to jump him.
Okay, what is it like for girls to break up as friends?
You want to take that one?
I guess. What's it like for girls to break up as friends? It's cold, dark, very cold and dark, very lonely.
Where's my lighter so I can...
You will literally feel... It's worse than a breakup, in my opinion, when girls break up with each other.
Absolutely.
Because it's like you were on such a deep level. I mean, at least in my case, I like to be on a deep level with my friends. It's like I've, you know, shared this portion of my life with you. It's like we only get one life, and I decided that I wanted you in my life. So it's like very heartbreaking to see something that, you know, you think is going to last forever, just not. And, like, I understand that some people are in your life for a season, but, you know, it doesn't make it any less painful, I guess I would say. And I feel like it's just very, like, heartless when girls just stop being friends. Yeah, it's like no contact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cold and cut. Like, it's like, nope. Like, that's it. And that is the worst part of it.
Yeah, I feel like girls or women are kind of quick to just cut off because I feel like as a woman, your boundaries are always being crossed just in like patriarchy in society that it's like we have to be so cutthroat sometimes. I mean, we don't have to, but like you get what I'm saying. Like sometimes it feels necessary
Yeah.
to protect your own peace,
Yeah.
which is like I understand, but I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
I wouldn't either because I feel like being a woman, I feel like we can be vicious sometimes for sure, especially with our feelings and when our feelings are hurt. And I feel like, yeah, men have hurt my feelings, but women have hurt my feelings more.
Yeah, because women understand other
Yeah.
women more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, so you're really hurting my feelings.
Yeah. Like,
on
seriously.
the most purpose that you possibly can right now.
And
Like, it's on
that's-
10.
Yeah, and it sucks and it's sad because it's like you can go every day talking to your friend, seeing your friend, to literally never seeing them again. Like don't get me wrong, like that previous story I shared with that fallout with that friend, that really did hurt me. Even though it is fuck her, like it really hurt because it was like, damn, like that's really my dog for real. And it's like I have your back, right? Like if I'm your friend, I have your back. Like I pour into my friendships. And so when that level of trust is broken and we like break up as friends, we never talk to each other ever again. Like it won't ever be the same after that.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like that really sucks. Like it's really hard, I think, for me, or what I've seen in most like women friendships or female friendships, I think it's really hard to come back from like a big fallout.
Oh, 100%. And I feel like the difference with like a man is like when you break up with a man, you're like, fuck him. Like, I wasted my time. Like, I wish I didn't even date him. With your friend, you're not like, oh, I wasted my time. I wish I never.
Yeah, wish we were never friends.
You're literally, it's like reminiscing like all the memories that you had with that person.
Yeah.
Like this.
I agree. I think it is a different type of like relationship, woman to woman. And I definitely feel like it hurts. Like it hurts. Like I've been sick over losing a friend before.
Yeah.
Because you really just, you don't expect it. And then when it happens, it is so cut, dry, like never talking to her again. Like she's blocked, blah, blah, blah. Then you don't know what she's saying because if she's messy, she's going back and telling your secrets. Like it's just so much with it where it's like, dang, dude, like it's like an investment.
Right. And I think it's kind of interesting how easy women are to cut off other women, but not cut off other men.
Clock it. I hate that so bad. I hate that. Be like, bitch, stand up.
But I can understand. I mean, not really, but I can kind of understand why you can't be friends again. But I don't understand why you don't have that same level of boundaries when it comes to like a relationship as well.
Maybe we need to ask a therapist about that.
Maybe we should have a therapist on the pod.
I think that'd be a really good idea.
Have a therapy session together on the pod.
I think that'd be awesome.
I agree. Okay, let's see. This question is perfect to segue.
Great.
And it is, have you ever been a bad friend?
Fuck. Yes. I have been a bad friend before. Not very often though. Because I'm really, I'm really solid.
You're
like
a real
that.
one.
I really am. Like, and I hate to even. I have a really hard time like boosting or like tooting my own horn, which I'm trying to get better at. But yeah, I like that's the one thing I can say my entire life I'm really like sure about.
You're gassing yourself up. We're gonna ruin our integrity right here. No,
I know, right? People are gonna come out with like screenshots and be like, "Oh, I'll tell you when this bitch has been a bad friend."
They're like, "Oh, I don't believe anything they say because they're terrible."
They're awful people. We're not, but also, yeah, I think my ability to be a friend, I'm really, really confident about, and I more times than not have been a good friend.
Yeah.
But there has been moments because I'm not perfect.
Right, which we all aren't. We did
all
a
are
poll on the Hoochies FM Instagram saying if anyone has broken girl code, and guess what? No one said no, and I think y'all bitches are lying.
Call these, clock it. Call these hoes
I think y'all are
out.
lying. It was an anonymous survey, and y'all lied.
Yeah, we know you bitches. We clocking you.
You're not better than us because you watch less TV, okay?
You hoes are not better than us.
How can you grow if you don't make mistakes?
My thing is, there's no way that any of us have not either broken girl or bro code before.
Yeah, there's no way
fucking
no one is fucked up.
There's no way. You have to. And I'll be transparent. Okay, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've been a bad friend sometimes. It happens. Like, it's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong about that. You could still be a solid friend while being a bad friend. But I have been a bad friend before. And I'm sure there are moments now where I'm still not the best friend that I could be, or like the best version of myself in this friendship, you know, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, I have been a bad friend before. And I think the biggest takeaway from that was that I really learned how to actually apologize, take accountability, and then move forward.
And sometimes it's really hard to take accountability.
So hard, especially when you're perfect like us.
Right.
Sorry, divas. Sorry, you can't be perfect like us.
Apparently they are.
Yeah, apparently.
According to the survey.
Since nobody fucking broke girl code, guy code before. Which is why
Y'all are boring. That's why y'all don't have a podcast.
Shay, you're
No,
on
just
it
joking.
today. You're on it. I love it. Very spicy.
Well, I have also broken girl code.
Well, have you been a bad friend was the question.
It was
Don't tell too much on yourself.
No, I'm gonna tell the story
Get into it.
because I feel like
Get into the weeds.
I need to get this off my chest.
Get it off your chest.
If any of y'all bitches are watching from high school, no,
If they were, hi bitch.
none of them are watching.
Nah.
They hated me because of this.
Okay, let's get into it. I'm cozy.
So, I'm Shay.
Hi, Shay.
I'm glad you
I'm here with
caught
you.
my drift there.
I'm here with you.
But I was a terrible, terrible friend
Terrible all
in
caps.
high school to my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give her. Should I give her a fake name?
Yes.
You should give me a fake name for her.
Let's call her Clarissa.
That's such a long name. Okay. Clarissa's watching right now, like, fuck, man. My friend Clarissa and I met in high school, and we end up being like besties, right? We are like the same. Like, we love singing. We love, like, we're both short. We're both cute. We're both, you know, that girl.
Per.
We literally would go to school like matching, in like matching outfits and shit, and like stuff like that. Clarissa really liked this guy. Let's call him Terry.
Okay. See that you didn't want to give me.
I'm not giving you the opportunity.
Didn't want me to
again.
use the guy's
Nah,
name.
you fucked up.
That's fine. I was gonna call him Max.
Terry.
Whatever. Terry's a terrible name. How many dudes do you know named Terry?
I don't think I know any.
Exactly.
That's why I'm
You mean
using.
Terrence?
That's why I'm using the name Terry, because I don't know a fucking Terry.
Sure.
I don't know not one hooligan. There's a hooligan. If you're a hooligan, your name is Terry. Comment down below.
Yeah, please do. Honestly, yeah.
So she likes this guy named Terry. Mind you, we're in the same grade. Terry is like 2 grades above us,
Okay.
right? So like
This is in high school.
yes. So like we're freshmen, he is a junior.
Okay.
We're sophomore, he's a senior. So she really likes this guy named Terry. I also like Terry. And she knows that I also like Terry.
Okay.
But everybody and their mama knows, even my mama knows, she likes Terry way more than I like Terry.
Okay.
One of our homecomings, she ends up having a slow dance with Terry.
In front of your face?
Yeah. But I know that she really likes Terry, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I just like Terry a little bit. So
Okay.
it's like not that serious,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like, everyone's so happy for her. She's like, oh my god, she got
like,
to slow
yes.
dance with Terry. Like, that was a
got
magical,
the
that was a
guy.
magical moment. You know what I mean?
You're like, go Clarissa.
Yes.
Yes. Here you go.
So after that, school year goes on like normal. You know, everything is back to normal. She's likes Terry. She, you know, tries to make like some moves, but we're in high school, so we're not really making moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're more so like, did he not get that I was thinking that? You know what I mean? But over the summer break,
That summer break.
Terry reaches out to me.
Everything shady happens over summer break.
Over summer break.
Always.
Terry reaches out to me and starts like complimenting me and like flirting with me.
No.
Yes.
Terry's in the DMs.
Terry's in the DMs, the IG DMs. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, hi, Terry. What's up? Like, I didn't think it was anything serious. And then it ended up turning into something serious. And as a bad friend, I broke girl code.
No.
And I started dating Terry.
Oh, did you make it like, wait, did you talk to her about any of the DMs before making it official with Terry? Oh my gosh, but you were hanging out with her all summer.
I would hang out with her sometimes. But like, we weren't like hanging out that much that summer.
Okay.
But yes, not to like give myself any excuses.
Of course.
But I definitely was an attention seeker during that time of my life.
I see.
Because I felt like I really wasn't getting much at home. So I was kind of just like, okay, you see me? Okay, let's go. You know what I mean? So. But
you're also very young at this point.
Exactly.
You know?
And in my head, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad because she knows I do like Terry.
Right.
Ooh. So, like, as my friend, like, she shouldn't be upset in my dumbass head.
In your bad friend mind.
Right. I'm like, she knows I like Terry, too, so she should be
cool with it.
She should be cool with
After
it.
that sensual slow dance that everybody saw.
Right.
Took pictures of. Recorded for them.
That's burned into all of our brains.
Everybody has it on DVD.
Right. Soon after we make things official, he posts a picture of me on his Instagram.
Fuck no.
Talking about my baby. Tags me, puts a little heart. I think that was literally the caption. My baby. Heart. And I was like...
Terrible Terry.
Everyone saw it.
Of course.
Right.
Everyone screenshot it.
But we had multiple classes with Terry because Terry was also in chorus and like a cappella because we were in chorus, a cappella. We were in like 3 chorus classes because we were serious.
Okay, let me try to digest all of this. So we got Terry.
Yeah.
Who's a singing ass, 2-timing ass bitch.
Right.
Who knows that you and Clarissa are besties. Had a whole slow dance with Clarissa. Saw everybody cheer her on. Yay, we love that for you, Clarissa.
Right. I don't know if he knew to the extent of Clarissa's like for him.
But he had to have had some idea, you would say, that...
I mean, I don't know. Some men are clueless, but let's say he did.
Let's say he had at least maybe an inkling.
Yeah.
Right? But he was like, nah, Clarissa, you cool or whatever, but I'm really eyeing your fine-ass friend. Slid in your DMs over the summer.
Right.
Was like, hey, what's poppin'? You looking good in that thick winged eyeliner.
Right.
Because I'm sure this was in 20...
And purple hair.
And purple hair, right? This had to have been in the 2010s somewhere. And you...
Don't. I know. I'm a terrible friend.
And you were like, I'm fucking with what you're saying, Terry. I like it. Let's do it. Let's go together.
I was like, fuck it.
You like, fuck it, we ball.
I was like, let's see what happens.
And then Terry balled out on your ass and posted a picture
Terry was like,
of you.
I'm going to let everyone in the school know that you're my baby.
He's like, actually, I'm going to change my Facebook status right now. To Shay,
He's
my
still
baby.
an active Facebook user.
Is he really? Okay, so he posted you. The tagging is crazy.
Tag me.
He could have not done any of that.
I mean, everyone knew. I mean, he posted a picture of me. It doesn't matter if he tagged me or not.
He could have soft launched.
No.
You guys could have started with the matching Converses.
He
didn't have
I would have loved that.
Was it like a full picture of your face too?
It was only me. It was just a picture. It was. I could insert the photo. I still have this.
So
I could insert
federal.
the photo.
Please.
I know what photo it was.
Please do. That is so federal.
Arrest him.
He said this bitch.
He posted a selfie of me on his personal Instagram page, talking about, look everybody.
You ever seen that Chowder episode where it's Panini and she's like, look everybody, we're holding hands.
I was like, damn, we didn't even talk about this. And he's just fucking posting me.
Okay, I'm
I was
caught
like, I
up.
didn't even get to talk to Clarissa.
Clearly. Well, actually, no, because you had time to
No,
talk
I should have talked to her
Clarissa.
beforehand.
Okay, fair.
But in my head, I'm like, okay, but she knows I like him too.
Oh, he clocked you hard, diva. He clocked you hard.
He was like, I'm going to make sure there's no room for anyone misunderstanding.
He said my baby in all caps. I know that's right. He had to make it known.
Right.
Right. Right. I'm sorry.
But
yes.
anyway, that happens. Just reaches out to me. And she's like, hey, like, what is going on with this? And, like, sends me a screenshot of the post. Like, what the fuck is this, basically?
What is he fucking talking about?
Yeah, and I told her. And obviously she did not take that well. I don't remember exactly what was said, but I remember quickly that we were not friends immediately after that happened, which was kind of difficult because we had like 3 classes together.
Damn.
Like just, yeah, of chorus. So then basically what happened.
So y'all gotta sing through this shit? All this drama? Yeah, so it's literally Glee.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And
you're Leah Michelle.
I've never seen Glee, but that's the one everyone hates, right?
Yeah, the one I can't read.
The one that looks like a Dina Menzel.
But you can read, but yeah.
Right. Apparently. Have you seen me read?
Allegedly.
Audiobooks, no. But basically what happens is that obviously everyone in chorus takes her side because they're like, fuck Shay, like why would she fucking do that? Like that's fucked up, which totally understandable.
Fair feedback.
I do not like have any resentment or anything for, as I shouldn't. Because I mean at that time I felt really bad because it kind of just felt like everyone was shunning me. Bless you.
Thank you.
And it just kind of felt like, yeah. So then a lot of rumors started.
No.
I kind of felt like, I don't know if this is true, allegedly, there was a lot of rumors about me, so I'm assuming it was from people in the class.
Probably.
So it was just like a little bit tough, but definitely well-deserved. Like,
well, no, I wouldn't say that.
I think it was well-deserved. Like
I don't think rumors being spread about you is well-deserved. Now, them shunning you a little bit, yeah, I think a cold shoulder is kind of understandable.
No, but like as a kid, though.
No, I don't think starting rumors as a kid, fuck no, because then that just is 2 wrongs not making a right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I understand. You know what I'm saying?
But what were these rumors, if you don't mind me asking? Like, were they like, Shay killed somebody last year or some shit like that?
No, it was like, I don't even want to say.
Okay, so they were bad rumors, then I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck that. No, you didn't.
Yes.
You did not deserve that.
Well, I mean, I think I deserved what came to me. But anyway, that was a time that I broke girl code.
That is a tough one.
And basically the rest of the high school experience, like, we were not friends. Like, even, eventually, we didn't last long. I think we probably dated that year, and then that was it. Like, my sophomore year, and he was a senior, and that was it. I broke up with him.
So you broke up with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the way the cookie crumbled. I was a bad friend.
Well, I appreciate your transparency for that.
That was scary. I'm scared.
Why?
I don't know. It was just scary to say.
Mine's bad too, so you're not alone. Trust me.
I just feel so bad. And like Clarissa, like me and Clarissa have made up.
Good.
Recently.
Good.
And I just want to say, like, thank you for forgiving me.
Aw.
Clarissa,
we love you. We don't hate you, bitch.
No, I love her.
You. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens that way, Yeah.
It was kind of like I feel like we were both going through like similar things in high school, but we were, like our outlets were different. And my outlet was definitely like attention seeking. So unfortunately I did anything in my power and basically broke a lot of friendships just to feel something.
I get that. Well, you had to go through that to understand and be where you are now. So we won't be too mad at younger Shay, but I do get where you're coming from.
No, yeah.
That was a breaking girl code, but mine is 1,000 times worse. So,
Really?
So buckle up.
1,000 times worse?
Yeah, I think mine was really bad.
Oof.
Yeah.
Make me feel better.
Yes. All right. Let's get into it.
It was so scary.
So my heart's pounding right now.
No, I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, mine was 1,000 times worse. So mine, at least I feel like mine was. I was in college.
Okay. Oof.
And
Euphoria. No.
That's enough. I was friends with this guy, which before I even start, let me preface it with this. That the girl in this situation, we are still really, really, really great friends today.
Okay.
She is one of my best friends. I got her permission to share this story, and she actually handled the situation so much better than I did, and I'm beyond grateful for her. I don't want to give too much detail, though, because I don't want her to get doxxed or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't want anybody, ever going back and finding out, who is who in the story. But just know, Hoochie, I love you 1,000 times over, and I still apologize to her to this day about this situation, even though she could give two fucks about it.
Right.
I still apologize.
I'm ready.
Are you sat?
I'm sad.
Are you seated?
I'm about to crack open a ginger ale.
Crack it open. Open up a nice cold brew with the boys.
Yeah, we gotta crack.
Fuck.
We gotta crack one open for this one. For our audio listeners, Ashley is
my
trying
nail's stuck.
to. Oh damn, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
For our audio listeners, Ashley's trying to open up a 2 chicks with one hand.
Can't do it, my nails.
Give it to me.
Okay, hold on. That was clean.
Not sponsored, but we do have a cocktail sparkling drink.
Mine is a vodka cranberry and lime cocktail.
Mine is vodka, elderflower, and pear cocktail. Man, this is good.
This one's good too. Me and my 2 drinks.
I like that one more.
Really? Have you had the cranberry one?
Yeah, last time.
Anything to not tell this story. Anything to
Beautiful weather.
To not tell this story at all. Yeah, beautiful weather we're having. I just literally got chills. Just from the story alone, not from being cold. From the story
That's crazy,
alone.
and it's like the fact that like you guys are still cool, like, and you're like so.
I'm so grateful.
It's like your body's having a reaction already to the story.
I'm so grateful because this was a terrible. I will never do this ever again. Like I would never in 1,000 years.
Yeah, I think we both learned our lesson.
Yeah,
like,
I learned my lesson hard.
Definitely like I still feel really bad.
Yeah, and there are still other times where I've broken girl code, maybe even worse than this one story.
Jesus Christ!
But yeah.
All that talk
if
about
I'm
you
just
being a
gonna
great
be
friend.
honest, yeah, I think that, and if I'm just being real, like there has been another time where I guess I have broken girl code, but that one's a lot more gray. Mm-hmm. This one is she definitely. But I will say in both of my situations, my friendship with the lady in the scenario were not strong. Mm-hmm. And I think that makes a world of a difference to how girl code you keep it. Because if I don't think our friendship will last forever in a year,
Yeah, then it's kind of like all right, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And in both of those times where I have broken girl code, like
Okay.
it's been like
Let's
situations
get into
where I'm
it.
like, I don't know about this friendship yet, but essentially,
Do you need a fake name?
yes. So I would need a fake name for 3 people. So for the first one, so I was friends with this guy. Let's call him
Baloo.
Blue.
Baloo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was friends with this dude called Baloo, and I met him through a mutual at my college. Mm-hmm. And I would go and we would smoke and hang out and chill. And so we became really, really cool because he was a stoner, I was a stoner. We would go and just chill in his apartment. I'm still in college and we're not that far off in age from each other.
Yeah.
But I'm still in college. I'm not going to fucking invite niggas over to smoke in my apartment all the time or my dorm, really. So I become friends with Baloo very quickly. We become smoking buddies. Mm-hmm. Our friendship continues, but just know that this dude, Baloo, he introduced me to his group of friends. Mm-hmm. And at the time, just in our regular dealings, I quickly discovered that he is the shitty friend out of his group of friends.
Okay.
Okay? Fast forward through some other situations that were shitty that happened that I was aware of, but I never said anything. So everybody in our friendship knows, or everybody in this group of friends knows that Baloo is a liar, and also that he's a manipulator,
Jesus.
and drum roll please, a cheater.
Ooh.
And we had seen that he had been that way with a previous relationship. Now, other people in the friend group at this time are friends with that ex of Baloo's.
Okay.
I was not necessarily the closest friend to that person at that time. So, you know, they let Baloo's ex know about all his really, really shitty ways. And more things are coming to light about all the shitty things that Baloo was doing to his ex during their whole entire relationship. At the same time, he's making a really messy transition into his new relationship. He introduces me to this new relationship, so let's give her a name.
How about Tracy?
So he introduces me to Tracy. And me and Tracy become real, real cool. Real cool. Now, me and Tracy are still in the early parts of our friendship. So me and Tracy are not the best of buds where we're hanging out every day.
Right. And this is his new...
This is his new girlfriend.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Mind you, like I said, the transition from the ex to Tracy is messy.
Okay.
Because that's just Baloo's nature, right? So I'm meeting Tracy. I'm hanging out with Tracy, like on a one-on-one. Like we're still in the very infancy stages of our friendship. But we're cool. I like her. At the time, because I didn't know the ex that well, I liked her a little bit. I liked Tracy a little bit better than the ex. Now, of course, I know the ex a lot better now, and I love her. But at the time, we just weren't cool like that. I didn't really know much about her. So it becomes a thing in our friend group where we're like, oh, well, either we're really taking Baloo's side or we're taking the ex's side. So some of the friends took the ex's side. And, of course, naturally,
you're going to take
Baloo's
side because you're so close. You're getting close with, you fuck with the girl.
I
fuck with Tracy.
I fuck with Tracy, and I fuck with Baloo. So I'm like, okay, well, I didn't really have a friendship with the ex at that point in time anyway. So I'm like,
so it's not like you have
I'm not
any
giving
loyalty.
a fuck. Right, I don't have any loyalty. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to pour into this whole thing with Tracy. And then I learned that Tracy's mad chill. Like, she just reminds me a lot of myself. She's easy to talk to, like, and she's realistic. Because I'm already knowing all the bad behaviors of my friend Baloo. And so I'm telling Baloo, like, hey, like, this is a great girl. Not that his ex wasn't, but I'm like, this is a great girl. I think you should really pour into this because this is a great girl, right? At this time, Baloo and Tracy are not official. Some things have happened where they're not girlfriend and boyfriend off bat, right? And so Baloo, which we come to find out, is being messy and is actually, he has not changed.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. The motherfucker did not change, right? He ends up moving in with a couple of the guys in the friend group. I'm cool with these guys as well. I know them all, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not aware. At the time, I'm thinking Baloo is doing better because he wants Tracy to be his girlfriend. Guess that's not the case. Right. Some things happen where they end up just really having a very rocky start to their relationship starting. So they start their relationship finally. Even with all the rockiness, all the mess, right? Okay. Everyone's like, okay, great, Baloo, you got the girl, woohoo. At the same time of starting this relationship, he's living in a home or in a house with these other guys that are in the friend group that I know very well. So whenever I come over and I hang out, I'm hanging out with everybody. We're playing video games. We're talking shit. Tracy's there. I'm talking to Tracy. We're smoking. Okay. Like, it's a pretty good time. It's like one of my favorite times in our friendships of like just going over to the house and chilling.
Yeah, and
stuff.
everyone's just chill.
And everyone's just chill. So Tracy and Baloo are not dating for long at the point in time where the event happens.
Okay.
And what's the event? My fucking birthday.
Oh, great.
Right? So, I think I'm turning 22.
The catalyst.
The fucking catalyst.
22.
I'm turning 22. And I decide that I want to have my birthday party in Old Town.
Okay.
If you don't know what Old Town is, if you're not from Florida, Old Town is literally
An old ass town. No.
an old ass town. No, it's an amusement park in Orlando, and it's known for like it's known for having the amusement park side, but it's also known for having a whole strip of like bars and restaurants and stores that you can go in and bar hop, walk. Like the whole area is known for that. If you guys ever saw that fucking slingshot.
Oh yeah, they got one.
Yeah, if you guys ever saw, well, no, the incident that happened with the slingshot.
Oh.
Yes. If you guys ever heard that very viral story, that's the place where I had my birthday. But that happened before the slingshot incident.
Okay.
So, do some research.
Have you
if
been
you
in
really
a
wanna know.
slingshot?
Fuck no.
I've been in Coney Island.
Have you? Mm-hmm. Was it fun?
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? I think DMX went to the slingshot in Orlando, in Old Town.
Oh really?
Yeah, and there's like a video of him and his daughter on it. It's actually really
I'm glad
cute.
there was no incident.
Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't the incident. Yeah.
That would have been terrible.
I
I mean,
think
it was terrible.
I really hope they got rid of that slingshot.
Yeah.
if
It seems
Old Town
dangerous.
has not, they should. They should. But either way, I'm like, hey, I want to go to Old Town. I invite Tracy, of course, because at this time, she's becoming my dog. She's not my dog just yet, but she's becoming my dog.
Right.
I'm like, hey, Tracy, like, you know, do you want to come to my birthday party? And she's like, oh, no, I'll be in New York. So I said, okay. And she was like, but, you know, Baloo can go, you know, you guys have a good time. I'm like, okay. So Baloo and one of his roommates end up coming.
Okay.
I need a name for the roommate.
And it's a guy.
Yes.
How about Steven?
Steven. Okay. So
I'm giving you the most basic names.
I love it though.
Except
So-
for Baloo.
I know, except for Baloo. Like I thought you were gonna keep it Disney themed, but
Oh my bad.
Baloo and no, you don't have to. Baloo. Well, still
Even Stevens.
Jinx. But I
Woman.
like twin telepathy.
I told
going
you
crazy.
we read minds.
But so Baloo and Steven decide that they're gonna come to my party. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's really not a party. We're just bar hopping. But somehow, some way, I get a pretty good group. So I get some of my college friends to come, and I get my boyfriend at the time to come. He brings one of his friends, and then we also bring Baloo and Steven. So I'm
Okay.
just in the car with a bunch of fucking dudes going to Orlando, and I'm meeting some of my college friends in there because at this time I had just graduated from college, right?
Okay.
So, and I graduated early.
Okay.
So I'm
A scholar.
a scholar, if you will. So I'm at Old Town. I'm meeting my friends and everything, right?
I'm so
Fuck.
I'm so scared.
I am gonna need another name
Okay.
for another woman.
For another woman.
Yes.
How about Nani?
Okay. Oh, okay. So I meet up my friends there, and Nani is one of my college friends. Now, Nani at the time was known for being very promiscuous.
Promiscuous girl.
Oh, for sure. Like that girl's sex appeal.
She said, "If you want to get in my world, get lost in
Oh
it."
my god, girl! I was gagged because I was like, oh, okay. Now, mind you, I had met Nani through a boyfriend at college at the time that I was still really good friends with and still really cool with. They know who they are, and just so you know, if they are watching, I love you forever and a day. That's one of those people that I have the pet name for.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
but I met Nani through this friend of mine who I won't call an ex because they're not an ex. I love them so bad. But either way, so I know Nani because of that. And Nani and I and this group of friends, we would just have a good time in college. Like we would go to clubs together. We
Right.
would drink.
But is she-
We would smoke.
But what do you mean by promiscuous? Like, is she like homewrecker promiscuous or
So let me tell
a
you
girl's
this.
girl promiscuous?
So let me tell you the story. So Nani is a flirty girl, flirty diva. And majority of the time it's like, hey girl, do your shit, you know? But
Pop
at
your
this
shit.
time, oh, she was popping it. But
Okay.
at this time, Nani, at this time in Nani's life, she did not give a fuck
Ooh.
if you had a boyfriend, girlfriend. That was none of her concern.
Okay.
At least at this time, this is how it came off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're there, we're chilling or whatever. Nani and I and all our other friends, we're all drinking, we're all taking shots, and Nani's flirting with Steven. She's flirting with Baloo. She's flirting with me and my man.
Ooh.
Okay, and me and my man weren't into that.
What's your zodiac sign?
That's a good question. I can't remember. Now that I'm thinking about it, I cannot remember. I'll have to ask.
Okay.
I'll have to ask.
I
'Cause
was just curious.
I can't remember, but I really want to. I think she's an Earth sign, but I could be completely off.
Okay.
I could be completely off, but just know that girl was a firecracker.
Okay.
And she, by all means, Nani's beautiful. She's stacked, ass and titties. Like
No, I mean, the way you're describing her, that's how I see it.
my girl ate Boots house down, okay? Like she was not coming to play. Like she just is, and she was just mad cool. So I'm like, oh, okay, we know we love a beautiful black queen.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the flirting, but it's okay, girl. Like, you know, me and my man, we not gonna fuck you, girl. Like
Right.
it's cool, right? And she was okay with that. She's like, okay, just want you to know I'm here. And I'm like, thanks, boo. Like, you know, like that's how cool we were.
Okay.
You know, if I wanted to, I could have.
Right.
Clock it. But I won't. But I won't, right?
Right.
Right. Because I have self-control.
Ooh.
Baloo did not.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, she's flirting with Steven and Baloo,
Okay.
right? And so Nani's asking me about Baloo. And I'm like, yeah, girl. He has a girlfriend. Like, you know, that's my dog
Oh, I thought
and
they broke up.
everything.
Or they didn't break up yet.
No, because Baloo and Tracy had just started dating.
Oh, so they're still dating.
They had just started dating.
Got it.
That
Just
month.
started. Oh,
That month.
right. Okay.
We're like in the middle of the month.
Jesus. Okay.
So
We're gonna need a
she's
Jesus
asking
counter.
Me, she's
Sorry.
asking me about Baloo, and I'm like, yeah, girl, you know, like he has a girlfriend, like, you know, like I'm like, don't do it. He's a piece of shit, you know. And she is like, oh, okay. She's like, I'm just saying, like, where's his girlfriend at?
I'm not gonna do it though.
She didn't say that. She said, where's his girlfriend at?
Oh.
I said, she's in New York, bitch, and that's my dog. Like, you know, at this time, of course, I'm saying that's my dog, but
Yeah.
she clearly wasn't. But I thought if I were to be like, hey, like,
Yeah,
I
maybe
really,
she would back off a
she would
little
back
bit.
off. No,
Okay.
no, she did not. So she's still flirting, right? And so Baloo's like, damn, like, I'm having a really hard time because, like, my girlfriend, but, you know, like, he's like, I can't help, like, I've never had a beautiful woman come up to me and be so aggressive because my girl was flirty. Like, if she wanted that dick, she getting that dick.
Right.
Like, you feel me?
But
So,
the way that he's reacting is crazy to me.
Like, he literally was like, oh, you know, I've never had a beautiful woman just want me
Jeez.
so bad and I just can't do anything about it. And I'm like, exactly, keep your dick in your pants. I'm like, you have a great girl. And mind you, my girl Tracy, baddie.
Yes.
You know Tracy.
I know Tracy.
Tracy's a baddie.
She's a baddie.
She is a baddie. And I'm like, you have got to be insane to think that Tracy would
You're just
give
gonna
you
risk
a
it
hall
all,
pass.
yeah.
Like, I'm like, and you just worked so hard to get Tracy to be your girl a few weeks ago. Like, bro.
He's like, I actually just feel like ruining it all right now.
Exactly. So I turned to Steven and I'm like, Steven, who's a knucklehead in of himself, but we still love Steven. We're still cool with Steven. I'm like, Steven, talk to your boy. Like, this is not a good idea. So Steven talks to him and is like, hey, bro, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just don't do it. Like, you know, Baloo's like, I'm not. I'm like, okay.
Oh, he's the one who's like, I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it.
I was just thinking about it. Yeah, that's what that bitch was saying, right? So we end up all getting crunk. My boyfriend drives us to Baloo's house, and drops Baloo and Steven off. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home and have really nasty sex right now with my man. See you guys later.
Right.
I'm out that
As you
bitch.
should on your birthday.
Crazy. Oh, crazy.
It's your birthday, so I know you wanna ride out.
Okay, and that shit was sick. But either way,
Sick and twisted.
it was sick and twisted. No, like I was in a rush. That's my point of saying that. I was in a rush. Like, I'm like, listen, it's about to get drunk and nasty. Like,
You're
we
I'm about to pop this pussy.
yeah, like we need to get the fuck. Like, we didn't even get out the car, give them niggas hugs. Like, I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here, right? So drop them off, go home. The next day, Steven calls me. And I'm like, Steve-O, what's up, buddy? Like, what's going on, right? He's like, hey. Now, this is what Steven said, but this is really what I heard. So Steven asked me, and he's like, hey, would you be willing to do something? And I'm like, what's that? And he was like, I really want to keep it between us. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he's like, I think that Baloo cheated on Tracy with Nani. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And he's like, do you think you can ask Nani about what happened? And I'm like, yeah, like, I got you, dude. And he's like, don't say anything to Baloo. I'm like, okay, cool. What I really heard was, hey, I know you're a messy bitch. And I know that you're going to get some investigation done.
You're going to get to the bottom of it.
You're going to get to the bottom of it.
I'm going to pass this off to a professional.
I need you to Blues Clues the fuck out this situation right now. Hem this nigga up, actually. And he was like, send me the screenshots.
I appreciate Steven saying something.
Okay? He was like, send me the screenshots. Because I know this nigga Baloo is a dirty bitch with a dirty dick. And I'm like, copy. Got you, Steven. No worries. So I hit up Nani. I'm like, Nani, what's up, girl? I'm like, what happened, girl? Like, I thought y'all went home. Mm-hmm. What, there was an after party for my birthday? I didn't know nothing? Now, Nani, messy ass bitch.
Here we go.
So she's like, oh, yeah, girl. I was over there at Baloo's house. I said, you.
Oh, so she was just spilling everything. She didn't give no fucks.
It didn't take that much. It didn't take that much for her to
God.
tell me what the fuck was up. So I'm like, oh, girl, like, what you mean? She's like, girl, I popped it forward, backwards, on the side. I had him curling his toes.
Damn!
So now I'm sick because I'm like, curling his toes, girl. What do you mean? Like, what happened? Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She goes, oh. She goes, you know me, baby. And I'm like, actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. Because what the fuck are you
That's
talking
what
about?
I do, baby.
I'm like, sister? Huh? She's like,
She's giving Latrell.
oh, when I tell you that girl was like, oh, yeah. I gave him that nasty, good, gushy, gawk 3000. I was
She's
like,
like,
why?
I hawked to it.
I was like, why? I was like, that's not your man. Why would you go even harder than you would for a regular ass nigga? Like, you went extra hard.
That's messy.
For what reason? She's like, we just vibed, like we just had that sexual chemistry. And I'm like, listen, don't get me wrong. I get that, okay? I, too, am a freako, but not to know somebody else's man that I know that you get me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I just want you to know, Steven asked me to ask you this, and I'm going to go and tell Steven. And she was like, yeah, girl, I don't give a fuck. She was like, I'm never going to go back there, so by all means.
She's like, Steven probably heard us.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. Because that's why Steven asked me in the first place, because he heard her moaning.
Ugh.
So I'm like,
That's so disgusting.
I'm like, girl, I really feel like that was terrible. Why the fuck would you do that to my girl, like to my dog? Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, there's really no hard feelings. You know what I mean? She was like,
hard feelings.
She was like, it's really no hard feelings, and you don't even know the girl. And when she said that, I was like,
I called her my dog.
I was like, girl, I'm getting to know. And I literally defended myself. I was like, I'm getting to know her. I was like, yes, I don't know her that well yet. But I'm like, I really am getting to know her. Like, I think that's fucked up regardless.
But she's breaking girl code because it doesn't matter if you don't know the bitch.
Doesn't matter if you don't know her. So I'm like, girl, I feel like that's fucked up regardless because, like, even if we don't end up really being friends, that's still another girl's man. Mm-hmm. And she was like, not my friend, could give two fucks. I said, okay, cool. So that's where the story really ends with Nani. It's not that I'm not friends with Nani. She matured quite a bit, actually. And, like, has just been doing her own thing, like, ever since college, which, go her, you know. I think that her messiness was really only college bound because pretty much after this incident, like, I didn't hear nothing else messy from this bitch ever again. So I was like, okay, like, at least she's grown. I hope that Nani as well.
That's wild, though.
Wild as fuck, right? So
she was like, I did a split on that thing.
Girl, she backflipped, had this nigga up in the air. She fucking him on the ceiling. I said, oh my God. I said, girl, what the fuck? Like, are you okay? Like, why the fuck would you do that? That's not even your man.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, do you actually hate Tracy? Like, is that? Like, I'm like, do you have, like, some weird animosity? I don't know, right? I go back and I tell Steven.
Maybe she has, like, Ariana Grande-itis, where she has to, like, take someone's man.
I guess. But my girl, she was not scared either.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
She was not scared. I feel like Nani knew how to fight, too, because she was not scared. Like, she was like, yep.
She knew, I guess she knew she was, that girl or whatever, if that's what you want to call it.
It was crazy because I was like, because Nani was like, girl, I knew you were going to be hitting me up. Like when I asked her, she's like, I knew you were going to be hitting me up, girl. But I was like, I didn't know any of this. Like, I was like, I got brought into this by Steven. So I was like, girl, you could have got away with murder. Murder. I would have never clocked you. But I was like, no, this is fucking terrible, right?
I'm glad Steven had ears.
Oh, well, Steven and Baloo's room were right next to each other. They just had a bathroom split. They just had a bathroom in the middle of them. That was it. So I'm telling Steven, and Steven's like, yeah, dude, I pressed Baloo about it this morning because he was like, hey, I heard Nani, like I saw Nani come in last night.
Right.
And I saw her leave in the morning, and I heard moaning. So what was that about? And Steven was like, oh, it was nothing. She was just giving me head.
Okay, like that's any better.
And Baloo and Steven's like, Baloo, I'm literally hearing you guys put holes in the wall. Like, there's no fucking way this girl just gave you head. And Baloo's like, nah, man, like she's just really good at like giving top. And Steven
Just
is
casually.
like, just casually. And Steven's like, either way, if it was just head or not, you cheated on your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Right? It is now confirmed. I have sent Steven the screenshots. Like, Baloo cheated on this girl, right?
If your name is Steven, drop a comment down below. We love you.
Okay, we love you, Steven, right? Except for this part.
Oh, never mind.
So once Steven has confronted Baloo about it,
Don't tell me he asked you not to say anything.
he comes back to me. And I'm like, Steven, I think we should tell Tracy. I know that we're not close with her. I know that we know her because of Baloo, but this is really fucked up, and I feel like we could be friends for a really long time. I want to tell her. Mm-hmm. And Steven asked me not to.
And I feel like that's also part of guy code. A little bit.
Steven asked me not to. He said it would get messy. He said he's like, dude.
Not our problem type
Yeah,
shit.
he was like, it's not our problem. He's like, if they're meant to be together, they'll be together. But if not, like, he was like, bro, I'm just asking you. Like, and also they live together. Steven and Baloo live together. So he didn't want any situation where
I see.
now the rent, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so I was like, Steven, I'm getting stomach aches just thinking about it right now. I'm like, Steven, I feel really, really, really bad because I know all the nasty fucking details about this girl spinning on Baloo's dick crazy, and you're asking me
Doing
to not
Kegels.
tell. Doing Kegels. I think she fucked him. I don't even think he fucked her. I think she fucked him. And, like, I'm like, you're asking me not to tell Tracy, and I really want a friendship with this person. And he's like, dude, I'm just telling you, it'll work itself out. Stay out of it before it gets even messier. And I'm like,
Steven,
okay.
you're losing some points for me, dog.
And so I told Steven, okay. And I didn't. I didn't tell Tracy.
You didn't?
Didn't tell Tracy.
I don't know how you didn't. Not hearing all those details. How did you hold that in?
It was really hard. It was really hard.
I feel like I'd be sweating.
Oh, I was. I felt bad almost every time. Like
Oh.
and like so when our friendship grew, I really made sure that she knew that I was very genuinely wanting to be her friend. And like we really got close. Like we got close, we got deep just naturally. And in the back of my head, I'm having this fucking secret where I'm like, fuck, I really want to spill the beans.
That is like so like.
It was so hard.
That must feel terrible.
I felt terrible. And I just felt even worse because I really did everything just naturally, like not even trying to like manipulate her into being my friend, but naturally Tracy just makes you want to do good things like in your friendship. Like Tracy would take me out to eat. She would come and spend the night and like hear me crying about my current relationship at that time. Like we just naturally became really great friends.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't forced, it wasn't anything. And like Tracy really is a girl's girl. She really
love
is.
that.
She really is a girl's girl. And I think that sometimes Tracy could think that she's misunderstood or could even come off as misunderstood, but she's really not. Like I would die for Tracy. Like Tracy is
So you
my
think
dog.
what you did is worse?
Absolutely, because so they end up breaking up. So
Okay.
Tracy and Baloo end up breaking up. And we find out that that wasn't the only time that Baloo cheated on Tracy
Of course not.
during that time. During that month. That was not the only time. Yeah, he actually cheated on her with somebody else as well. And we end up finding that out. But Tracy and Baloo actually break up because Baloo stopped having a fucking job. You just became a bum.
Ugh.
You became a bum-ass nigga. So,
Just like Doja Cat
Tra-
said.
okay, Okay? So Tracy knew her worth and broke up with him. But when she broke up with him, I like sat her down and I was like, Trace, I gotta tell you something.
Oh.
And mind you, like, this is now I'm pregnant and stuff like that. And I was like, Tracy, I really gotta tell you something. And she's like, what's going on, girl?
You
And I'm
needed
like,
to let that go, especially if you have a child inside of you.
yes. And I was like, and I had told Steven before, I was like, Steven, I'm tired of holding this secret. I'm going to say something. Especially because they had just freshly broken up.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tracy, I know it's already fuck that nigga, right? But it's fuck that nigga even more because he cheated on you on my birthday. And I'm so sorry that I never told you. I was like, I'm actually really fucking sorry.
I don't know how I would feel about that.
I was crying. I was like, I'm actually really fucking sorry that I never told you. Like, I was like, I cannot simply express how fucking bad I feel. And I was like, I would never in 1,000 million years ever let some man talk me into not telling my friend, no matter if we were super close or not. Because that
Right.
was really the determining factor for me. I was like,
Exactly.
well, I still do need to learn more about Tracy, and they live together. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tracy, you have my word. If I ever know any partner that you're with is doing you dirty or anything, I will tell you. I was like, I will tell any girl now.
Yeah.
Because lo and behold, I did get my karma from that because my boyfriend at the time did cheat on me quite a bit. And it was a lot worse. It was a lot worse than what Tracy and Baloo had going on, unfortunately. But I do think I got my karma for that and probably my karma for the other things that I've probably
We
done.
both got our
but
karma.
both got our karma. And it's so crazy because even when I said it, she was like, girl, you don't have to apologize. She was like, okay, you didn't tell me. I get that, but he cheated. Like,
Yeah.
he's the one that cheated. Like,
I know, but it's like it's just holding that in and that
felt so
weight.
Shay, I was sick.
Yeah.
I was sick. But Tracy was like, girl, I love you. You have shown me.
That's so sweet.
She's like, you have shown me more than enough that we are actually like friends and like getting close and like we're tight. Like, she's like, girl, you don't have to apologize for that. Like, she's like, I understand why you didn't, but she's like, you're good. It's fuck him. And I was like, it is fuck him. And like we hugged. And now we're like,
What a beautiful ending
now we're
to that.
besties. Now we're besties.
I love that for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. But just know that shit was I would never, that I felt so bad. So bad. And I can't remember if it was like a year or two after that when I finally did tell her, but I think it was like a year.
I think it would have been different if she found out.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, like it definitely was the determining factor of how close you were.
Yeah.
But it was probably nice to just hear it from you.
Yeah, I
and
think
like
it
you
was.
were, you were probably so apologetic.
I really was.
Yeah.
Like, she even was like, girl, I don't think you need it. And I was like, no. I feel extremely, even when I bring it up now, like, even when I asked her, I was like, hey, Tracy, can I tell this story? She's like, yeah, girl, don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Like, just don't give, like, any of my, like, great details.
Don't give
and
them my
stuff.
addy.
Yeah, but she was like, girl, go ahead. And I was like, even when I was like, I'm going to tell this story, but I'm still
And
sorry.
And
she
you're
was
going to hear
like-
me say sorry.
Yeah, she's going to hear me say sorry for the rest of her life. And she was like, girl, it's okay. Like, I don't give a fuck about him. And I'm like, yeah. And funny enough, because I'm sure he will come up in a few more stories during our time. We're not friends.
Is he going to be Baloo every time?
Yes.
Love
Yes, he will.
that continuity.
Yes, but Baloo I'm not friends with Baloo, and I don't know how many people in that friend group are still friends with him or not.
Yeah.
But he's a really shitty person for other reasons additional to cheating on his partners. So, yeah, I don't fuck with Baloo. Fuck Baloo. If Baloo ever sees this, fuck you. We don't fuck with you, and you will be dealt with, bitch. But, yeah. So, that's the one time I broke girl code.
Wow.
And I'll never do that shit again.
Seems like we both did something really shitty, and we both learned from it. Take notes, guys.
Take notes. If your girl has a man and her man is cheating on her and you know, rat that nigga out.
That's your
girl.
business.
Rat that.
Don't say it's not your business, because it's 100% your business.
Rat that man out. Tell on him. Officer?
Vice versa, hooligans.
Yes. Yeah, well, definitely vice versa. But I feel like men will do that. I feel like men will like take a picture and be like, boop,
Yeah,
I saw your bitch with this other nigga.
100%.
Yeah.
So
So
they clock it too.
yeah, so I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Please, just tell them.
Do we have any last honorable mentions of the girl code? For me, I would like to put out there, if you go somewhere to a party or a club or something or a bar with your friend, you leave with that friend. Period. Do not let them go home with some random dude, and do not leave them there. I think that's definitely a strong one.
That's a strong one. I think my honorable mention for a girl code would probably be if you are out with your friend and your friend gets into a fight, you have to jump into that fight. I'm sorry. You have to.
You do.
You have to jump into
Can
that
I tell
fight.
another fucking story?
Go ahead. We're not ending the episode. Go
I don't
ahead.
give a fuck about this bitch. So
Bonus story.
I'm gonna fucking spill the tea right now. I need a fake name for this hoe.
Okay. Let me think. Melanie.
Oh my god, I was gonna say Melanie for you in
Really?
the story before, but
That's
I
so
was like,
crazy.
nah.
I'm thinking about Melanie Martinez.
Fuck that bitch too.
I know. That's why when you said that, I
Yes,
was like,
okay.
Melanie.
So, me and Melanie
Fuck that
were in
bitch.
high school. I don't remember what grade.
Damn, why is all this shit happening to you in high school?
I went to Chamberlain High School, which
If you
is
know, you know.
one of the worst high schools in Florida.
Okay.
And so me and Melanie were deciding, we had like a field trip. I guess I'll say field trip. I don't want to give too many details. That we were going to the second half of the school day. So the first half of the school day, we were like, man, fuck it. Like, let's just skip. Right?
Okay, baddies.
Yeah, I was a little bit bad.
Fucking
I
badass.
was a little bit bad. So we decided to skip. And usually if I skip, I'm going to like a teacher that I know is cool, right?
Right.
But Melanie.
Beep. I was trying so hard to not fuck up the names, so
Me going right into
rewind.
bleep that out. Melanie was like, no, we should go to the art classroom because she's really cool. Oh, no. She said the cosmetology classroom because she's really cool with the cosmetology teacher. So we go to the cosmetology classroom. They're like fucking around. I think it's like around kind of like right before exams. So it's like everyone's kind of fucking around.
That's crazy. Y'all had that in Chamberlain because I did not have cosmetology at all. That's
Oh,
like a
really?
cool fucking class. Yeah.
Yeah, they did like hair, nails,
Damn.
stuff like that.
In high school?
Mhm.
It's fucking nice.
We had a lot of electives.
That's cool. We didn't
Yeah,
have
but
that
then
many.
like a lot of them started not having funding. But, you know.
Cut them bitches clean off.
Right, they were like, fuck that. Sports. Woo, 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 woo.
You guys need 2 football teams for one high school?
Exactly. Double the winnings, you know?
Double the winnings.
Double the chances. But so we went to the cosmetology class. I've never been to the cosmetology room.
Okay.
I've never been in that class. I don't even know the teacher.
You're just born a pretty bitch. Never had to go there. Clock
Right.
the T. Clock
Yeah,
it.
never interests me.
Of course
to
not.
like do that. But we go in. I don't know where the teacher is. We like see her. She's cool with it. But the cosmetology room is like 2 or 3 rooms connected because like one looks like a hair salon. Like it have like the
Oh.
mirrors and like the chairs and
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, they had to cut the funding for that. I'm sorry. y'all
We had a lot of cosmetologists
y'all
come out of my
at
school.
lunch. Y'all are at lunch doing box braids on bitches. Are you for real?
Mhm.
Yeah, they had to cut that. Actually, that's the one I agree with.
Okay.
Yeah, they should have been cut that off.
Suddenly, I'm just
Doing
like
quick
talking to
leaves.
this random girl that's in cosmetology. And I'm just making friends, right? I'm like, oh, cool. Like, she's like working on a wig, right? I'm like, oh, that
Of course, she's working on a wig.
I'm like, oh, it looks great.
I just said that she's doing quick weave. Yeah, I get it. She get to the bag.
She's cutting up a wig. I'm like, wow, doing great. Like,
Girl, do you
didn't
even go to this high school?
eating it. It was like a whole new world. I've never been in there.
Yeah, of
I was like, wow,
course.
you're eating it up right now.
These bitches doing weaves. Yeah.
I hear my friend and another girl, like from across the room. It was a large room.
Okay, so Melanie and the other girl.
Melanie and another bitch. We don't need to give her a fake name. She's just another bitch.
She's another bitch.
Started like being loud. I hear the other girl first yelling at my friend, and then my friend, she doesn't seem like, just looking at her, she doesn't seem like the type of person that would like stand up for herself or be like loud and crazy. I look at my friend. She turns to the other girl and starts being loud as hell, yelling back at the girl. I don't even remember what they were arguing about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I thought you were like a quiet, like non-confrontational,
Quiet house mouse.
Exactly. No, she's going off. The other girl, I don't remember who took the first swing. I'm pretty sure it was the other girl. Correct me if I'm wrong, Melanie, if you're watching.
Mel, please.
She took the first swing. They started beating on each other, right? In the middle of the cosmetology fucking room.
That's the best place. You can cover up that black eye real quick.
The other girl ends up getting on top of her and straddling her.
Oh, no.
And beating her in the face.
Nope. I
So
got to come
my
in.
little ass, I'm tiny. I was even tinier in high school. I was tinier in high school. My little ass
I know you jumped up.
jumped into the fight, and I pulled the girl off of her.
Absolutely.
And I pushed her, and I grabbed my friend. The bell rang as I was doing this. I grabbed my friend. We walked the fuck up out of that class. And I walked her. After that, we were supposed to go to lunch. Mm-hmm. I walked her ass to the nurse because I wanted to be there for her. I could have took her to the nurse and went to fucking the cafeteria and not gotten in trouble.
Right.
I know. I walked her to the nurse, make sure she was fine, and sat there and got in trouble with her for fighting because I interfered with the fight.
You pulled this girl off of her.
So then we got ISS, in school suspension, for like 2 wepe
2 weeks is crazy. What about the other girl?
My parents didn't know because I forged her signature. Mom.
Badass.
I hope you're not watching this.
Yeah, I hope your mom is watching this. I hope you get grounded.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You really
Except
didn't.
skipping.
Yeah, we're not worried about that part of the story. Yeah. You jumped up.
I was still able to go to the field trip, right? Because I technically didn't fight.
Right. You just pulled the girl off.
But my teacher, who was in charge of the field trip, said, "Oh, you're not allowed to go to the field trip." To Melanie.
Oh.
And she wasn't allowed to
fuck
go.
you. She got beat up.
And she was like bitching and moaning and crying about it, talking about how she didn't go. Mm-hmm. And I kind of felt bad, you know? I was like, damn, like we were waiting for this trip. Like we needed her for this trip. Like it was an ensemble kind of thing. Like we were going to do something. So she wasn't able to go to the trip.
Damn, Mel.
I served my time.
I know that's right.
In ISS.
I know that's right.
I start hearing from little birdies here and there. Tweet, 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 tweet. I start hearing from people that Melanie said that she got into a fight and nobody helped her. Oh my God. And she's doing this whole pity party express, talking about she got into a fight and she's trying to make everyone feel bad and nobody helped her. And I was like,
bitch.
Appalled.
Of course.
I was like, I got ISS for a week or 2 weeks. I don't even remember. And pulled that bitch off of you and took you to the nurse, and you want to say that nobody helped you?
Girl, she was about to get Ronda roundhoused in the face.
She would have looked fucked up.
If you didn't pull that bitch off
I could have gotten fucking, do you see this?
I see it. Do y'all see that?
I put this in jeopardy.
For that bitch to go around. Yeah. Okay, well, hold on. Well, wait. Because to her point, you didn't necessarily jump in the fight. You know what I mean?
Right, but I ran up. I briefly saw them. Off. And maybe like in like not even like 10, 15 seconds, got in it. I felt like I was just standing there the whole time. I hear the commotion. I finally get over and I make my move. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, how
you got
fast?
Her off.
How fast? You want me to just fucking start beating this hoe too? Like, do you want me to get suspended and not be able to do any? I do a lot of extracurriculars in high school.
Right. I think you did the right thing.
I think so too.
Because I don't think you had
fuck you.
For sure, fuck her. Mm-hmm. Because that's crazy. But I think that's insane that she was like, nobody helped me. When technically, if you wouldn't have helped her.
No one would have helped her if I didn't.
Nobody else would have helped her. Also, that girl would have pummeled her face in. Like,
exactly.
Bitch. Man, what's up? I'm telling you, as much as I love being a girl's girl, some of you bitches is weird.
Yeah.
Some of you hoes is real weird.
And that's when I said I'm not going to jump in a fight again unless you're a real one.
Yeah, you've got to be a real ass friend.
Yeah.
You've got to be my fucking
Because first
dog.
of all, she was stupid and kept running her mouth.
Oh yeah, she's lucky that girl didn't whoop her ass again.
Exactly. And that girl was way bigger than her.
Oh, I bet. She done got on top of her and gave her what she was asking for.
I was looking at her like, all right, is she gonna slow down?
Nope.
Then they started getting closer. I was like, fuck, let me start making my way over there.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think Melanie wanted you to jump that girl too.
But I think I also got the ISS for skipping.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because I had to get outed for that.
Because you should have.
I should have just took my ass to the cafeteria.
Took your ass to the cafeteria. Drop that bitch off. Okay, you good. Go to the cafeteria.
Right, but I wanted to be a real one.
That's what happens when you're a real one to a fake bitch.
Clock it.
Clock it.
And that concludes the episode of Hoochie's FM 2. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave in the comments. I'm asking a lot of comments right now, but definitely leave in the comments about what are some important girl codes that you guys like to stick by.
Or guy code.
Or guy codes.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube. We also have a TikTok.
And we also have a Spotify. So if you just want to listen while you're driving or doing the dishes, totally cool.
Turn us up. You know what I mean? We're also pretty active on Instagram. So if you want to know what's happening next, please feel free to follow us on the gram. Don't slide in any DMs, though. Don't slide in any DMs.
Yeah.
We'll
air it out on the podcast.
We'll air it out. You'll become a story. No, I'm totally joking. But no, seriously, though, please like, subscribe, share the video with your homies. And, yeah, we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Episode 3.
In 2 weeks, we will see you on episode 3. Well,
keep it fresh.
Keep it fly.
And remember,
it's
Hoochie FM till next time.
Bye.
TM Jam, tell me what you want to do.
Looks good though, the angle.
No matter what the scenario is, Hoochies, be safe.
Say one thing.
When he orders for you on a date, is this a red flag or a green?
When people see or hear Hoochie FM,
So what exactly